So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I want to talk about or share something a little vulnerable. We're in my bedroom, as you can tell. Um, I'm not feeling that well, which has a lot to do with what I want to talk about in this video. And this video is for women that struggle with worthiness of a man taking care of you, providing for you, and these kind of things. I want to speak to you. I want to speak to that girl or that woman that thinks that they're unworthy of a man taking care of them or providing for them, being a stay-at-home mom, that kind of thing. That's what I want to speak to. And like it was in the other video when I was in the car, this is not going to be the PC video whatsoever. This is going to be me keeping it real with you. This is going to be me giving advice to my younger self. This is going to be me giving advice to my daughter. So I'm going to keep it real and keep it 100 with you because it's something that I struggled with. I struggled with this in my life, feeling worthy of being provided for, being worthy of being taken care of by my husband. And now I'm fully provided for. My husband takes care of me. Was it like that in the beginning? No. Did we look at things different? Absolutely. I came to a realization over some time, and I realized that it was a worthiness issue within me. And anytime that a woman struggles with being provided for from a man, it's because she feels unworthy of being provided for. You are worthy. Why it might lead to resentment in your relationship or marriage if you do 50-50, if you work as hard as him, but you're not the same. Like, you're not the same and you never will be. And that's okay. It's a beautiful thing. And so I think for a lot of people, it's like they look at this thing, these things as burdens. Like when it comes for the man being financially responsible for his family, they're like, well, why do I need to be burdened with that? And I'm like, why is it a burden? It's an honor to be able to financially provide for your family. My husband being able to provide for us and take care of his family and take care of his wife, he looks at it as an honor, not a burden. And we talk about having children and how people will say the burden is on the woman to have children. And I personally never looked at having children and carrying children, going through pregnancy and even going through my cycle, which I'm experiencing right now, which is greatly influencing this video. I never looked at it as a burden. I felt like it's an honor. And anytime, even though I'm like in a lot of pain, I don't feel well, I don't want to do anything, I get sick every single month. I don't look at it as a burden. I look at it as an honor, an honor. I mean, being a woman is amazing. Being a woman, I always felt like was super amazing. And I feel like even with my husband, he looks at being a man and being able to provide for his family and to take care of me as an honor, not a burden. And I think that's where a lot of people get wrong, is that they are looking at these things as burdens. And it's such an honor. It's such an honor. And so I wanted to talk about, first of all, this, like I said, this is not going to be a PC video. You and your husband, you and your partner are not equal. I personally get sick every single month. And we bleed, like, let's keep it real. We bleed for 4 to 5 days. Some people longer. And the expectations, because I guess we, as women, we've dealt with it for so long. Some started as young as 9 and having to go through this cycle every single month. It's like, take a pill and move on. But it's not It's not that simple. And you literally get, well, at least I do. I get sick. I'm in a lot of pain right now. My daughter, a lot of pain right now. And having to show up to a job and do the same thing and act like everything, like I'm not sick, is not fair. Like you want to talk about equality and like, someone, if someone requires, like if someone, a man that you love requires you to, contribute financially and take care of the family financially just as much as he does, and you have to deal with these things, pregnancy and, cycles and emotional fluctuations on a 28-day cycle all the time, it's not equal. And honestly, if a man, requires you to uh, take care of the household financially as well, then perhaps he's not ready to take on the responsibility of a family. And that's how I look at it. It's like, it's not good. It's not good or bad or anything. It's just like, okay, you're just not ready. You're not ready to steward a family, to lead a family, to provide for a family. And that's okay. Take your time, do what you need to do, work on yourself. Perhaps you need some more growing or whatever. And then maybe you'll be able to, maybe you'll be ready to take on the responsibility of having a family, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I think about what I went through with pregnancy and creating life and our legacy, creating our legacy together. That's a big responsibility too. I literally was sick for 3 months. Pregnancy is no joke. It's huge trauma on your body, on your emotional state, your mental state, and everything. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, and we act like it's not. I still am dealing with health issues from creating our legacy. It's something I still contend with till this day. My daughter is in high school. It's still things that I contend with till this day. And so creating a family is a big responsibility. And as a man, leading and stewarding a family is a huge responsibility. And so making the choice when you are ready is important. But I wanted to talk about that, like the things that we go through as women, pregnancy. For like 10 months and creating our family, each time did not even sleep. But I was expected to work just as hard. And I don't think we're giving and it's not equal. It is not equal. Like, I'm so grateful that I don't have to show up to a job and act like I'm not sick right now, because my husband takes care of me and he provides for our family. He provides for me and our kids. And I'm so grateful that I don't have to show up to a job, push through, and do all that stuff. Every single month. Like, we literally bleed for days, and it's uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. Okay, I have 6 more minutes. Let's try this again. So, also, because I wrote down some things because I was feeling very emotional, which is another thing, is that, our emotions are often dictated by a 28-day cycle. Men don't have that. They don't have that. And that's okay. And these things are not, why do I not have it, or why do you have it, or anything like that. It's just the way that things are. And I never, having children and going through the things I do as a woman, I never looked at it as a burden. I always looked at it as an honor. And like I said, my husband, being able to provide for his family and lead his family and steward a family is such an honor. It's such an honor. And I think that he Like he would feel bad making me go out and have a job and have to do the same thing that he does. And I feel terrible right now. You know what I'm saying? And I go through this every single month. Like, pregnancy is no joke. You know, creating legacy for your family, creating life, creating kids, it's a huge honor, but it's no joke. Literally, when I was pregnant, I felt my skin, those last few weeks, I felt my skin stretching. Like, think about this. If you haven't had kids, I literally felt my skin stretching. It was so uncomfortable. You can barely sleep, especially those last few weeks, even in the beginning. It's almost a year of your life creating another life, which again, I don't think it's a bad thing. It's not a burden to me. It's a huge honor, you know. But it is hard. And yes, do men have it hard too, having to provide and having that on their shoulders, provide and steward a family and lead a family? Is that hard? Yes. No, but nothing is better than or greater than or less than or anything like that. All of it is hard. All of it is hard. So, like, why put more stuff on you to do everything that a man does and do everything as a woman that a woman does? Like, why? Like, let a man take care of you. Because if a man loves you, he wants to take care of you. He wants you to feel good. He wants you to be comfortable. He's not going to be like, I know that you're carrying our child, you're creating our legacy, and I know you don't feel well. I know you get sick every month, but you need to do the same thing that I do. I expect you to do the same thing that I do, even though I don't go through those things and I don't have to. Like, if a man loves you, he's not going to require that of you, you know? And I think those things need to be said. It's like, you know, a lot of programming and conditioning is that, oh, I got to do everything too, on top of the things that I have to deal with as a woman. And that really boils down to feeling worthy of being taken care of. And I think that that's not addressed enough, is that I know for me, I didn't feel worthy of being able to be taken care of. And I had to really like look at that. And I had to look at myself. It's no one else's fault but myself. Like, I set the standard. I set the expectations. And I will not settle for less. Like, if I require a man to take care of me and take care of our family, then that's the life that I'm going to live. But if you feel like you're not worthy of that, then you're going to settle for that. And I feel like it's settling, for real. And I'm gonna be honest, because I feel like it's important that we honor each other in that way, appreciate him. You know, it is hard to be financially responsible for a family. That's a lot. Psychologically, yes, it's a lot. All of it's hard, and we honor each other for the things that we do. He honors me. And like during this time, he takes care of me. He makes sure that I'm comfortable and I feel good, and it makes him feel good that I don't have to go and show up to a job and act like things are okay and that I feel well. And so I want you to look at, if you're feeling unworthy of being provided for, taken care of, that's something we need to work on. Work on it, because you are worthy of it. You are worthy of being cherished. You are worthy of a man taking care of you and wanting you to feel good and be comfortable, you know? And like I said, it's hard on both people. Like, let's be real, like, pregnancy is hard on your body. My body will never look the same or be the same before having children. But I don't look at it as like, man, I can't believe I did that. I have 2 beautiful children. We have a legacy. We have a family. And it's a huge honor for me. So yeah, just wanted to share that. I hope you guys enjoyed. My phone's about to cut off. Like and subscribe.